name is Captain Gurveer Singh, Air and Navy. I joined in 1970 from UAE, Gulf International Marine Corporation, and I joined at the end of ships, working and still. Now I'm 66 years old, and still I'm interested to do some sort of for the marine.
Right. Thank you very much.
Good morning. My name's Lieutenant General Jonathan Dunkerley. I'm in an alternative uniform today, but I've been happily supporting Merchant Navy Memorial Day for the last 15 years. I'm looking after Polish and Commonwealth veterans, amongst other things.
Yes, good afternoon. So, my name is Captain Gurveer Singh, Air and Marine. I'm having a civil aviation pilot license also, and captain for Merchant Navy. And I joined in 1970 Merchant Navy and Marine Air Gulf International Gulf Marine Corporation. I worked for P&O ships, and at this moment I am a member of the faithful family that which is a world famous all over UK. We used to do every country churches, Sikh temples, Hindu temples, and the mosques also. Go there and deliver lecture from the priest and from the love of the human beings. So we are activity at this moment. We are doing this activities. So and member of the World Peace Association also. Thank you very much.
And last time I saw you, you were in a khaki uniform.
Yes.
More or less.
I've had a very mixed military career going back nearly 50 years. Started off in the British Army, ended up in the Polish Army in exile. The Polish Army in exile introduced me to the Polish Americans, and I was blessed with a commission in the South Carolina State Guard, and I moved on from there to the California State Military Forces. My most recent sort of incarnation, if you like, is as the representative colonel in London of the Imperial Vietnamese Guard. And this is representing the old Vietnamese royal family, who of course no longer live in Vietnam. They live in Aurora in Chicago. I'm delighted to be here again.
And who is your greatest affection for, then, of all the things you've done?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Which is the one thing that you like most about what you've done? Which group? It's a hard choice.
I think I'm most proud of being commissioned in the Polish forces in exile. I started off as a Colonel Staff Officer 1 under the Polish forces in exile in 1980, and by the time democracy came to Poland in 1989, I'd risen to the dizzy heights of what they call General Brony, which is a Lieutenant General. Why that's happened to me, I don't know. It's up to him upstairs. But my family motto is fate, not merit. So it's all down to fate and God.
Now, yesterday I was at the Polish War Memorial in Uxbridge for the Memorial Day. And the Spitfire flew up. You know that the Poles,
yes,
during the war,
yeah,
they had more kills.
The Polish Air Force, a very distinguished service history. Yeah. There's a marvellous memorial near RAF Norfolk to the west of London.
That's the one I was.
The Polish Air Force Association, when they closed their club in Earl's Court, they gave the proceeds of the sale of the building to the RAF Benevolent Fund. I think it was something in excess of £3 million.
Well, that's a beautiful memorial they have there.
It certainly is, yes.
I've filmed it a few times. Right, thank you very much, both of you.
It's a pleasure to have been here today to support the Merchant Navy in remembering those that gave their lives to keep us fed, healthy and to allow us to have our freedoms that we have today. We do honour them and we remember them with many grateful thanks.
And where are you from then?
I'm from St Barnabas Church in Woodford Green, Essex. We have 2 members of the Merchant Navy from World War I commemorated on our parish war memorial, which is how I became involved with one of our parishioners, Ernie Allen, who's introduced me to the association. And it's a pleasure to be here.
Well, nice to see you. Thank you. James, a few words now.
Yes, a few words. What would you like me to say?
Whatever you want to say.
I am always impressed about the number of retired seamen, RFA, Merchant Navy, all the flags of the merchant ships and companies that we never see now, which is a great loss to us for our national pride. It's very, very important. They have taken much away from us in this country. What they've taken away from us is our little incidental pride when we had the Scotch Navy, like the Clan Line, all our shipping companies, which really, all of us in the elderly stages, in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, we sailed with these companies. They taught us the art of becoming a sailor, even in that so-called.
Nice
But
to
I'm
see.
glad to see them here, in strength.
Nice to see one white berry
Yes,
and one Burma star.
there's another one somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the Shukoff medal to come down by the Norwegian fields if he ever gets it. As long as they don't go and pick a war with him before it starts. Oh dear.
Anyway, thanks a lot for that, James. It was a very good show.
It was a wonderful morning, a wonderful afternoon, and it gets better and better, and more people are involved, and the sun came out at the right time. So all in all, it's been a fabulous success yet again.
And nice to see Reverend Potterton.
Oh yes,
Yes, nice
yes,
to see him
it's lovely
back.
to see David Potterton. He always conducts the service so well.
Yeah.
And we get representatives from the Sailor Society, Apostleship of the Sea, and Flying Angel, but we also had practically every maritime charity was represented here today, as well as the Royal Navy, the Merchant Navy Association, and a number of associations. So it was a great success. There was a bit of rain to remind us all of how horrible it can be at sea, and then the sun came out to dry everybody off, which was brilliant timing. Lovely day.
Right. Thanks a lot.
Today has been one of those marvellous days where you get the communities to come together and to both remember, celebrate the sacrifice and the friendship that keeps the merchant service, the Royal Navy and all the other associations that make the sea a single community. So it's been a great day, and for us the sun's come out at the end, which is the most important thing.
Yes, made it all. And having the Scots here. Now that was a big change.
Having that?
Scots
Oh yes.
playing for us.
Well, how can I possibly pretend that the Scots weren't here? It is it's a national community, so I've certainly seen a lot of Welshmen in my travels up and down the line of standards, and I know many of them from having met them during Armed Forces Day in Cardiff this year. So I'm delighted that we've got the Scots and the Welsh as brothers in arms in our responsibility at sea.
I was talking about the band because usually we have the Royal Marines and the mixed Navy chaps playing. And that was something new.
It was. I have to say I've not come across the band associated with British Airways, but they did a good job, I thought, don't you think?
Never heard of it.
No, but they did a good job, although they looked a little bit too old to be pilots, didn't they? Some of them. Although we shouldn't say that too loudly.
Maybe they're retired.
Maybe they're retired, but they're certainly good musicians. They did a good job.
Anyway, it was nice meeting you.
Very nice to meet you.
And you too.